Welcome into Madison HD Sportsnet, presented by the JMU Alumni Association. It's the weekly coaches show for JMU Cross Country, and we're joined by head coach Dave Rinker. Dave, thanks for joining us, and your season just got underway last Friday at UVA. Talk about that weekend.
Well, it was our opening meet, and it's pretty low-key. I mean, everybody that showed up, all the other teams, I think, ran team-type races. We tempoed the first half of the course, and then or actually first 3/4 of the course, and then tried to run the last 1,000 meters of it pretty hard. It was only 4K. Generally, our courses are going to be 6K when we get to championship time, so it was a little back off of things. We were a little tired. We trained very hard for 2 weeks. We're going to do one more hard week of training going into the alumni race this weekend, and then we'll back off going for our home meet.
Talk about how you thought that the team performed. You had a few newcomers getting their first kind of taste of collegiate running against a few good teams out of the ACC. So, I mean, what kind of experience is that for them? How does that set them up for races going forward?
Well, it was an eye-opener for them. They are used to going out pretty quick for the first maybe 100 meters in a high school race, 200, and then settling in, and they just kept going on Friday. Duke and Florida State are two of the top 20 teams in the country, and Florida State, is an outstanding team. So they went out and just kept pushing the pace, and so especially our young ones just weren't used to running that hard, that long, early in a race. And plus, like I said, we were tired. We're still 100% of our max volume for mileage right now, and so they were feeling it. But hopefully they'll learn, and as we back off, they'll be ready to go.
This weekend, your team will be over at Massanutten Springs for the JMU Alumni Meet. Kind of a neat meet. You'll get to see some former Dukes, some former greats in your program back to run against some of your current JMU runners. So talk about that kind of event.
Well, it is a fun thing. We have people walking. We have people that are out on the course, chatting as they walk or jog along. So it's just a nice affair. I mean, the couple people will run pretty hard, and we'll go out and we'll team it just like we did at the last meet. Just try to tempo the first part and run the last part pretty quick. But by and large, it's a fun affair for everybody to meet the old alumni. They come back, get a chance to trade stories. So it's a fun affair.
You mentioned trade stories. Could that be worrisome for you, because you've been the coach for probably all these former Dukes coming back in?
We have a few that come back that were before my time, but not very many.
Okay.
But believe me, I've heard them all before, and sure. It's a lot of fun trading stories back with them, and especially at Massanutten Springs. The reason we host it there is because that was where they did a lot of their workouts, and so they come back, and it brings back good and bad memories for them, but always a story.
How do you prepare your team for this, I guess we could call it exhibition race this weekend?
We really don't prepare. We'll go and we'll do a workout on the course in Massanutten Springs on Tuesday, and it'll be a very hard workout. Then we'll back off a little bit, but we're just going in there to have fun with the alumni, and they'll race hard, but it'll be under control.
All right, well, thanks, Coach. The weekly coaches show with head coach Dave Rinker will air every Tuesday here on Madison HD Sportsnet. So we'll see you next week following the JMU alumni as we prepare for the JMU Invitational.